Hello class, I'm working out of your fundamentals book, 5.8 finding percent and 5.9 finding the whole. To start, be sure you have percent times the whole equals the part. Set out on your note cards or your notes as one of the formulas you need. And if you are asked what percent of a number like 3 is 1, and you're asked to present to the nearest tenth of a percent for your final presentation, here's what we do. Code from your words to your expression. What percent? That's your mystery information. You're going to assign that a variable p. Of is multiplication. 3 is equals 1. And to see it as 3p equals 1 helps you to solve algebraically. Divide by 3 on both sides. And now p equals 1/3. That's a fraction that you're asked to round to the nearest tenth of a percent. So you're asked for a decimal. 1 divided by 3. The fraction bar is a division symbol. 1 in the house, 3 outside the house. Annex some zeros here. Your decimal goes straight up above the house. And you're working long division. 3 into 1 goes 0 times. 0 times 3 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down, work above. 3 into 10 goes 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down, work above. 3 into 10 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and we see a repeating pattern. So we take that out a little ways. Remember, this is decimal form, but you need to present as a percent. So if we annex one more 0 here, that'll help us out. You'll see why. It's going to be a repeating 3 again. 3 times 3 is 9, and it just keeps repeating. I'm going to set this out, 0.3333. If we multiply by 100, that converts this decimal into a percent. So we have 33.33%. Because we multiplied by 100. That moves our decimal to the right 2 places, if you remember. Okay, now we want the nearest tenth of a percent. You need to solve out to the nearest hundredth of a percent, because the next door neighbor decides what the tenth of a percent is going to do. Stay the same or round up. This is 4 or below is a 3. That means the 3 in the tenths place is going to stay the same. Your final presentation, based on your instructions, is 33.3%. So another example. What percent of 6,000 is 915? So we're going to assign an expression to this word problem. We're going to assign a p to the percentage, that's a mystery number. Of is multiplication, 6,000 is equals 915. That looks like 6,000 p equals 915. We're going to divide by 6,000 both sides algebraically. And we're going to get p equals 915 over 6,000. That is a division problem. So if you're just presenting a straight percentage, we're going to take our fraction, 915 in the house, 6,000 outside the house. Going to annex some zeros. Decimal goes straight up. Okay, 6,000 into 915, 0 times, but 6,000 into 9,150 goes 1 time. 1 times 6,000 leaves 3,150. Bring down, work above. Okay, step out for your strategy. 6 fits into 31 about 5 times in the regular multiplication chart, the old-fashioned old days multiplication chart. So maybe 6,000 fits into 31,500 5 times. And it does. 5 times 6 is 30 with 3 zeros after it. Okay, so 31,500 minus 30,000 leaves 1,500. Going to bring down, work above. 6,000 fits into 15,000 twice. That will be 12,000. It's going to leave a 3,000. And we can see something happening here. If we annex one more zero, bring down, work above, that's 6,000 fits into 30,000 5 times, and it ends our long division. So 0. We're going to set out our 1, 5, 2, 5. So this is 0 and 1,525 10,000ths. We're going to multiply by 100 to turn this into a percentage. It means the decimal will move to the right 2 places, and we will present at 15 and 25/100ths of a percent. Okay, if you are asked 11 is what percent of 20, and you are asked to solve this in proportion format, you're going to say, well, 11 of 20 equals what percent of 100? You're actually solving for the percent. When you get done, you're going to have the P equals. So you can just put a percentage on it. So if that's true, butterfly this out, like we've talked about in class. And we're going to have 20p equals 1100 here. Divide by 20. Divide top and bottom by 10. And we're going to have 2 fits into 1. No, 2 fits into 11 5 times, using up 10 of the 11 with 1 left over. 2 fits into 10 5 times. Again, we're actually solving for the percent, so this will actually just be percentage, 55%. And then think, is 11 about 55% of 20? It sure is. Think logic and sensibility. Alright, moving on to 5.9, finding the whole. If you're asked about 264 is 55% of what number? So now you're actually looking for a number. You already have the percentage, and we're still thinking of percent times the whole equals the part. This would be a great index card formula to set out while you're working. We're just going to substitute in. Okay, so we have the percentage right here to substitute in 55%. Times the whole. We don't know what number is the equals part. 264. Your equation emerges. We're going to convert 55% by dividing it by 100. Percentage over 100 does that. And we're going to divide that out by 100, which means our decimal's sitting here. We're going to move it to the left 2 places. And if that is true, then we're going to have 0.55W equals 264. And we'll be dividing algebraically to solve for W. And we're going to have now W equals 264 over 55 hundredths. Okay. So you're asked about 264 being 55% of what number? We're dividing 264 in the house, 0.55 outside the house. We don't want to divide by a decimal outside the house. We're going to multiply by 100 to make it a 55. If we multiply by 100 on that side, we have to multiply by 100 on this side. And we're going to place 2 zeros there to do that. What happens here is our decimal and 0 are gone now because it's actually a 55. And that is actually a 26,400 inside. We multiplied both sides by 100. We kept our equivalency in a division problem. It looks like this over here in the fraction, if that helps you see it a little bit better. Okay, 55 fits into not 2, not 26, but it does fit into 264 about 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Drop your 0, carry your 2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 is a 22. And we're going to subtract, bring down, work above. 55 fits into 440 about 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. And carry our 4. 8 times 5 is 40 plus 4. It terminates. Here, we do have another 0 to bring down. So it's not quite done. We have another place value here to work with. So 55 fits into 0, 0 times. And now it terminates at the end. Excuse me. Alright, so we have W equals the actual number of 480. We think logic and sensibility. And if we go back, 264 is sitting at 55% of what number? Well, 264 is about half of the number then, with a little more, 5 more percent. So we're looking at 480. If you cut that in half plus a little more, that's a logical answer. Okay, another example, 140% of what number? Is 49. Okay, so if we think about the percent times the whole equals the part, here's our percent, 140% of what number times the whole is equals the part. So we're just using the same formula. We're going to convert our percentage into a decimal. put our percentage over 100. We're dividing by 100. So if that's true, then our decimal is going to move to the left over here twice in 2 places. Okay, so 1.4 renames 140%. And now we're going to divide by 1.4 on both sides. And W is going to equal 49 divided by 1.4. Okay. 49 in the house, 1.4 outside the house. We want to get rid of our decimal by multiplying by 10. That means we're going to multiply by 10 inside the house as well, and x is 0. It's going to be now 490 divided by 14. 14 fits into 4? No. 14 fits into 49 about 3 times. 3 times 4 is 2. Drop our 2, carry our 1 for a 12. 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. And we have 49 minus 42 is 7. We're going to bring down our 0. And we're going to say, when working above 14 fits into 70 about 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Drop your 0, carry your 2. 5 times 1 plus 2 is 70. And there it ends. We are actually looking for the number, and so we've solved for the number for the whole 35. Let's think logic and sensibility. So we have more than the number is the part, 140% of it, and the part is going to be a bigger number than what we should get as our whole, and it is. We have 35 is less than the 49, and so this answer makes sense. All right, one more example. We have 52% of what number? Is 104. We're going to go through the same process, except for we're going to show it as a proportion. If you're asked to solve it as a proportion, remember you have your percentage over 100 equals your part of the whole. If you don't have this down on an index card, also set it out to be working. We worked with it before. Okay, so our percentage is 52 over 100 equals our part, and our what number is the whole. So we're going to have 52W in the butterfly equals 104 times 100. 10,400 on that. Divide by 52 both sides to solve for W. And we have 10,400 divided by 52 here. Okay. $10,400 in the house. 52 outside the house. 52 fits into 104 twice. Bring down, work above. We have 2 places sitting out here, so we're going to use them. 52 fits into 0, 0 times. 0 times 52 is 0. Still a bring down, work above for our last place value. 52 fits into 0, 0 times. 0 times 52 is 0. And we have our whole equals 200. Think logic and sensibility. We are looking for 52% of what number is 104. We need a bigger number than 104. 104 is sitting right at just over 50% of our number we're looking for. And 200's our number that we solved for. So that makes sense as to what you were originally given. Follow instructions, use your formulas. I hope this helps, and I'll see you soon.